Good afternoon. Welcome to the Keach Hospice Care Stadium, home of Biggleswade United. We're in the dressing room here today for a special live podcast. Joining me this afternoon, we've got Ryan Madden, the chief commentator on the Biggleswade United YouTube channel. Got the club chairman, Mr. Guillem and Cristian, who's joined us today for today's special occasion, which is our manager, Cristian Colas, who's celebrating. So he's celebrating.
I'm celebrating.
His last day as a manager here today.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, everyone.
That's it.
Yes, firstly, I'll say, Cristian, let me just start the first question of the podcast today. How are you feeling with your last game?
Everyone was expecting that I would be like sad or emotional. I'm really happy. I'm so excited. It's like a celebration day for me. So yeah, nothing to be worried about, or it's like
You can see it in the face.
I feel quite happy now. I told him pre-game, post game, if things goes well, it will be much better. But then I will do normal routine and after and everything. And yeah, before and after, I just want to share with absolutely everyone and each one of you. So what a beautiful day.
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask both of you actually, when you first came to the club, could you envision of being a part of it as much as you have and having the longevity that you've been in this club?
No way. I landed on 2015, and then he has explained the story a million of times more and better than me. But then, yeah, when I landed, it was like, something I was never expecting to be here. Not only to be here as long as in two spells, also to establish myself here, to set up everything here, my life, personally, and then coaching till today. So no way. I had no expectations neither, so that could happen as it has happened. So yeah, I don't know. I was quite open. I was expecting to grow and to move countries, and I think I'm good way now. So more than proud of it.
He did not know that there was a plan, of course. Secret many years. Many times, the plan was to get somebody that wanted to understand the culture, wanted to become very embedded into what grassroots football is, but especially into what we were trying to do at Biggleswade United. He was obviously our first head coach of my choice after Nick Reardon left, and so many times, I don't mind repeating it. He's put the standards of where we are now and where we have to build from, and that is massive. That is a massive thing. But you cannot just do that only with time. You have to do it because you believe in it, because you don't think this is a platform to something else, because you actually think this is the place where I'm just going to put a foot on and give a legacy. And that's exactly what happened. And if you have to point that to a moment where I felt not only he's the right man, which I got that straight away in the conversation on the phone. Straight away.
He says no.
No, I had it. It's like, that's it. Because he rang me to suggest somebody else for higher caliber that he worked with, and I know, well, how about you? And then, oh, okay. But the moment where, I don't think you mind telling the story, but the moment where I felt like, right, this is it. Not only is the man, this is the person, this is the coaches. One meal that we had just before Christmas, in which we started the season well in the FA Cup, but bad in the league, was 10 games in a row. No doubt in my mind that we were in the right place, but obviously there was things to learn. But the biggest thing was I could see the stress that was putting into his head, and we went for a meal and it was like, right, how are you? Really, how are you? And what came out of that was my life put on the table and his life put on the table, and from then on it's like, God, you're going to be special in my life, and so never mind football. But by the way, if in football we can do something, then it will be a great thing to do. So even though for him it's a happy day, for me it's mostly a bit of a sad day, because that finishes for now. Well, that's me saying that.
He has repeated several times, like, you need to be the Alex Ferguson of being elsewhere. I think it's something very difficult to achieve, and it's something that you need the energy to do this. And that's one of the reasons I'm stepping aside, because I don't have energy to keep leading in the same way that I've been. And I think that downgrade my standards would, of course, not be beneficial first for me, and second for the club, for the people that is taking this project. So that's a big thing. I love the club, I love the people, and I love what I've done. So it makes me so proud. So yeah, I have to be honest with myself. I have more energy just to keep with the same strength or with the same energy to keep going, and that requires a lot of time, energy. Each one of you knows that. So in any position that you're going in a community like this, in a family like that. So yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, I could agree. That was a good night. I was really angry with myself after. I don't know if I was really. Yeah. Why? Well, because I am quite reserved and reserved. So yeah, I was like, have I done the right thing? But when I arrived home, I just realized, yeah, they did. So I think I never explained this to you.
With all that being said, how difficult was it for you to come to that decision?
I would say it surprised probably, but not really difficult, because I told him it was December 2021. We were in the UCL. In October, he just he didn't force me, but he said like, I want you to be sure to be quiet and you will be here next season. And I said, yeah, I want to take a challenge, and I want just to make this upside down, because that's been shambles. But yeah, it trained me about the UCL season. It was quite tough. Probably not a lot on the pitch, but it was tough. But off the pitch was really, really, really difficult, to be honest. So I made my decision in December, and I told him, okay, you've got now like a year and a half, no matter what, if we get relegated or whatever, so I will be here. And then start to think that I know that my petrol deposit and my diesel deposit started to being preserved. So I will be okay, and I will be sure, I will grant you that I will be okay for next year. Yeah, it's like in the middle of term, it's like start to think about. He was quite reactive at the beginning, like, yeah, okay, you've said that before. I said, no, I never threatened him, like, yeah, I'm leaving. And then he said, we will convince you. And I said, okay, so it's like, it's not about to be convinced. It's like, I felt that was the moment. So it was a quite easy decision because I'm not stepping down from this, I'm stepping down from coaching. Probably that's the most tricky thing, but again, it's not to go somewhere else. I don't have energy to be doing this, nor even here, nor even nowhere else. So, yeah, not a difficult one. You could feel like
these decisions get taken in February of a season. People think that you wait to see what happens at the end of the season, and then you move on or have the same coach. But by February, you have to know more or less what's happening. So until February, because I think I convinced you the year before, which you started thinking about it. Can you stay on? Well, I don't know. Let's do February. February said, yeah, okay, let's give us an extra year.
I didn't say no. I said yeah, because you were coming always like because of next year, and I said, yeah, whoever is sitting here. So I was always pointing like, okay, you're just assuming he didn't want to see it till February.
Right. We were different times in a way, so clearly. But then I realized that this was the end, and I still said, let's talk February, and there was no need to talk in February. It was quite clear that that was the end of that. And then at that point, you start the process of looking for the next thing. You have to, but always in conversations with Cristian to see what he suggested, what could be done. Come in. Yeah, come in. All right. You live on YouTube right now. So yeah, we get to talk about all that, how the process happened for the replacements. That is part of long conversation here with Cristian. But yeah, and February was like, there was not even, I didn't even ask you if you were.
I didn't say nothing. I think it's like, it's like, well, I think it was like, we will be really clear. Yeah, the same that the week before, the month before, and the year before. So that was quite easy.
Just going on to that decision and moving on from Cristian next season. So did it take some convincing for Gaz and Jordan, or were they fully up for it from the beginning?
The story is quite interesting because priorities, when you are looking for the next thing, you need to know what you're looking for. And for me, it was commitment, good people, good coach. In that order. Commitment is important. They have to be seen. They have to have a presence. Good people is important because I think that's a filter. You're all nice people, all of you, and that comes from the essence of the club. We just here not to win the Premier League. We're here to enjoy ourselves and to do it holding hands and in the difficult times. And we have done that. We do that better with good people. And then good coaches, it helps, of course, to reach the heights. Next year, we have the ambition of going to the playoffs. So, knowing all that, we have Josh, we have a scout at the club, and I said to him, right, look for these profiles, see what you can suggest, and then bring me a show list, and then I'll interview. And that the process had started. And I would say the names, but we had the names ready. But one thing, when it became obvious that Cristian wasn't going to continue, I spoke to the captains, and in that conversation, the guys said, how about Jordan and I take over?
Oh, wow. So they actually suggested it themselves.
Yeah. And I thought, straight away, same feeling as with Cristian. Straight away thinking, hey, that ticks so many boxes. Yeah, so which we can go into, but so many boxes. Not all of them, because no decision is perfect. Because people say, I have no experience, but we can replace that with somebody, bringing somebody to the club that has had experience, helping teams of these divisions that can help them. There is a transformation from being a player to being a head coach, and not easy. But I thought straight away, it guarantees continuity, can convince the players to stay on. I've been for 6 years under Cristian, which means the legacy will continue. They know what we require, what we, how we play, how we behave, a lot of things, because it's not just about how we play, it's the standard state as well, how he behaves in the technical area. Our coaches have to be that most of the time. So I thought, right, okay, let's think about this. So then we had a Zoom meeting with Jordan and with guys. Like, go, sell yourselves. Oh my God, the enthusiasm, the energy, the ideas, the sensing that the club was not just the first team, but the club is big. You know, there's a hashtag one club for a reason. There's the women's, there's the youth, there's the reserves. They had ideas about everything that they could put their hands on in terms of how they could influence things. And I said to them, a lot of these things, just let us do it, because there is an infrastructure behind, there's people behind. But this thing that you have to focus on, I'm impressed. I'll give you 10 days. You have to think about what it means. We spoke about it as well, and I like to know what you think of the decision. 10 days later, we met in the Stratford House in Biggleswade. I was even more impressed by the enthusiasm, the ideas. They really want to do this. So it was like, I said to Josh, cancel their interviews. I don't need to interview anybody else. This is it. And I'm very happy with the reaction of everyone around the club about it. What do you think?
Before the Zoom meeting, I was on my wife on Tuesday. I was with them on Lost Park in Bedford, around where they live. First of all, they asked me kind of permission or just they showed their respect. Like we just want to let you know this, despite they don't know that I already knew it because they flashed me. No, and I was quite surprised. And what he said a little bit, it's like they want, and that's essential. I think that they're in a position where they were thinking that at some point they would love to be into management. So they thought, why not now? It's like there's an opportunity in a club that will be involved, that they know everyone, that they show on and off the pitch also the way that they are, not only as a footballer, as also like person. So it was like a match, an easy match. I think as soon as I knew that, also I told them, no matter what, I'm gonna back you as more as I can. I think that in our conversations, I told them. I wanted to be sure if they were sure about it, because it's like, okay, it's coming out of work and a lot of time and energy is what I say. But when you start like that, you've got tons and tons of energy. It's like, so it just put them on the right pathway. About experience, it's just an experience in this step. But also, I think that for everyone at the club and for the club itself to have a new challenge, so it's like to have players becoming managers. This is something new in this club, so why not? I think it will have everyone, will keep everyone alive, and something that the club has been moving forward always. So it's another challenge for absolutely anyone. I want to know what you think.
I really like it. The decision. I mean, I've been here the last three years, and it's the two captains I've seen, like Jordan and Gaz, and you can see their leadership on the pitch, and even I've seen when Jordan or Gaz have been substituted, you can see on the touchline they're winning on the team like they're one of the coaches on the sidelines. They do look like they're ready for the challenge.
Yeah, I think they both come across as two strong personalities as well. Obviously, with Gaz, especially last season, he helped galvanise and build the team to help us stay up last season in the UCL. And the amazing coach Christian, and obviously Jordan, it's obviously a big personality. He always knows when he's not playing. Of course, I think that personality really comes out when he's playing. He's also got big success, I think, with being the captain of the FA Bargemen last season, and hopefully he can bring that in as well.
Having guys also involved this season much more by my side, because sometimes as a captain he was always pulling the player side, and I understand. But then from the beginning this year, I told him like, I want you to show us, like we're gonna share a lot of things that will keep just things between you and me. But I want you to show like it's not good the player says something. It's like the player starting to play with you and then just go after me. So yeah, he has realized how things work probably, and then he has seen that. Yeah, like I said, I still have him to close, and then he knows what we've been doing behind the scenes and everything from our staff point of view. That's not sometimes the same point of view as the players, but yeah, I think that he has done like quite an intensive management course this year, and they're more than playing, they will smash.
That's brilliant. Going from now on the pitch this season, particularly after last year, it was so difficult for all of us in the United Counties League, staying up on the last day. It must feel like such a relief this season to have a nice relaxed day on the last game compared to not.
I like pressure, I like challenge. I don't like to play for nothing more than to be get 3 points and be like 7.
7 from the dinner and then whatever the position you think. It is what it is. I'm quite quite high demanding student today, and I think that I can label this season as a nice one. I think it's been a nice season overall. It's not been as competitive as I wish, because it was, but at some point we just probably the FA has cost us a lot after, and then we struggle with the league campaign and everything. So probably I didn't know how to manage how far we were after the last year. So something that I will review as a feedback and learn about. Just give one day. But no, it's like I would say overall everything you think that it was not difficult to improve last season, no? But I like competitiveness and like something clear. It's just only 3 points. I will do our best. See how difficult it is to manage because
I'll take you now to my side. And in my side is the furthest away we've been in the FA.
Yeah.
We are, I don't know how many points difference from last season, and that gap is not easy to do. The fact that we had big games, massive games this season in the FA, and that brought people in that were excited about how we were winning, not just about winning. The fact that this next season means that we go straight into round 2 of the FA. Money-wise, it hasn't made much difference because the FA is a big money, but it brings new fans and new attention, and all those things. For me, is a successful season. We couldn't start the season saying we're going to win the league, but we could say, can we compete? And I think we've shown that we can. Now, from there, we have to go further out now, 2 or 3 places in the league for the playoffs next season. But we're in a good place.
Yeah, I'll certainly agree. I think this season will be some great memories. I've been here like 3 years. We had some great times and some lots of times as well. Christian, would you say it's the most memorable match you sort of managed as well?
maybe the funniest moment you've seen on the pitch during your time here at Huddersfield United?
Still, the funniest moment, and he's going to be busy here, is with Mars on my second season here on my first spell. We were, I think we were on an information for them. He was a center back in Belgium on 3-5-2, and we were awful on building, and also even on trying to go straight from the goal kick and everything. And when we arrived here to the change room, the first thing that he did was like the sun was avoiding them to make it properly. So I was quite astonished with this, with the answer. The sun. I left them the board.
So he was excusing what had happened because of the sun.
Yeah. And it's like, it's like the sun is affecting us. So I just left the pen there. I just woke up and I said, so we fix it now in the second half because if the sun now is going to be in your back. I was like quite annoyed. It was really interesting, but honestly, it was like, this is probably one of the funniest things that I found in a change room. He's been a lot of things, but he knows Guillem, and I really like remembering stuff like that. Because a lot of people is asking me like, oh, what about? And I cannot remember funny things. There's always a lot of banter and everything. And the most memorable game, or moment, I don't know, I would say a lot. The togetherness in a lot of moments, not only last year, also when we've lost a member from the club, of course, last season, last game, I've been always really happy seeing the people's happiness. So it's like, I'm always like quite flat, and everyone's like, oh, but that's true. It's like, I don't know, I just feel myself with happiness from life. So very special moment, I would say. Everyone that every time that we have a hug or shake hands after even after a draw or a loss, but it's been something nice that happened, looking after each other. That's probably
Is it a 10?
No, it's okay.
Let me just say on that, the job that you've got is really a job, a difficult job, because when we're all here, happy with the victory, dreaming of the next win, it's down here to say, but with the bots. And when we are down thinking, this is horrible, players are good enough, so but we weren't so bad when we had this record of lots of wins or whatever. He's only wrong all the time, because whatever the feeling is, it has to be in the opposite place. I learned a lot through football, but not so much about tactics or whatever, but body work, how the mind of a manager works, by talking, by seeing, by exchanging time and ideas, and that's also absolutely priceless, because then you have to go and explain who the other managers are. You see them on the bench, but you do get to know more or less what they think, because I've been in the change room and I heard what they experienced. Special breed, absolutely.
And before we head off for the end of the podcast, I just want to say from all of us here, thank you, Cristian, for everything you've done for Huddersfield United.
No, I just want to mention, say thanks to you, because you've been there on and off, no matter what the result, just making the most polite interviews, always trying to don't like cross the line. And I told you from the very beginning, you can cross the lines if you want. There's no boundaries between you and me. You've been holding sometimes my balls in front of the camera, trying to be so it's like, no, it's been unbelievable. You're really good. At least I received a message today I want to mention from Martin Hammerstone that he can be here today. And as many of we know that he's been struggling with his eyes and everything, but then he told me that he's really proud to follow the club and everything, thanks to your voice and thanks to your spaces. That for me is something astonishing, and I think that's your choice. So it's like we're part of the same puzzle, and you are as an important piece as I am. You will be here, I will be on holidays.
Let me add on that, it's amazing the quality of reviews you do. It's amazing. I told you in private, but I want to say it in public. You grab whatever's happening, you describe it, you entertain us. You've got followers now, people that watch it all the time, and you are able to grab whatever's happening on the beach and transform it into a story, because you know everyone. It's not new to what's happening to you. First of all, it's something that you know. You bring stories of those who debut, or bring stories of those that have just come off. Or it really is an amazing layer to the club that has helped me and Christian and everybody else to get the world understand what we're trying to do. So
I really look forward next season to
commentary.
to watching from outside. You know, it's like because I've been always involved with you, but I haven't got the chance just to listen properly. So
I think if you're watching matches, it's about where you're watching it from. That's what I always ask for.
yeah, brilliant. I would like to be sometimes in a paradise.
well, Nick is busy at home games, so for home games we need a co-commentary.
Of course.
No, because I'm really quite creative with
Yeah, so I like the second one. I said thank you for everything. Obviously helping myself with working at the club, and everything you've done for the Biggleswade United family.
same thing for you. So thanks for putting the music at the right time. I request always sometimes being there, trying to engage when moments were not the best ones, to try to spell all the difficult surnames from the players and from the position.
That's a change.
You've done great, and again, thanks for being involved with us.
Thank you very much. And you've got a couple of requests today as well, so thank you for everything, apart from for the next team. You didn't really do much for us.
I'm quite scared for everything.
That's just about all we've got time for today.
And just very quick, and I want just to mention and say thank you and muchas gracias to the chairman, because to give me the chance at 2015 to call me back in 2020, because it was not like I was helping you, you were helping me too. Just for being there, we just split as a chairman and as a coach, that sometimes I think you don't know what is behind. So I think it's going to be beneficial for me, at least for me. But then we're friends, so it's like that last forever, will be lasting forever. So thank you.
Fantastic. And for everyone who's watching this, it's actually free entry today for Biggleswade United versus LSB Dynamos. So if you would like to say your farewells to Christian and coach, make sure you join us 3 o'clock kickoff today, and also I'll be live on Twitter Spaces at Biggleswade UTV on Twitter for if you'd like to listen to our audio commentary. That's gonna just about wrap it up from all 4 of us. Thank you all for
Thank you. Thanks everyone.
thank you very much, and hope to see as many of you here at 3 o'clock for the match.
Good call.
Brilliant.
Well done. Right, photo. Do you want to read the photo? Let's go to the photo.
Ah, yeah, I've got the photo.